Hello everybody, this is Earl here at Classic Car Creations. I'm with
Kevin.
Kevin's with me.
Yeah.
Kevin. It's Kevin. We wanted to go over some stuff that's been going on in the shop, little Q&A stuff. It's good to have Kevin in the shop today. The hell, man, he's 1 day a week, or you're so damn busy with life, how the heck are you even making it here?
Well, we make time.
Yeah. We've been steady on Deuce's truck recently. We're trying to get that truck into the booth so we can finish out the exterior of the truck, paint it all pearl white, get the bed done, and I still got to line the hood, the fenders, and whatnot. But all the electrical is done. I'll show you quick blips of that. Where we are at with Deuce's truck here is we are putting the valance in. We painted that base clear. We put the grill on. We're wiring up. We're going to terminate all this. We had to wait for grommets to come in. Everything's been like parts purchase and wait, and then the parts come in, then we move forward again. So we had grommets come in. Now we're going to be terminating with 0.63 millimeter connectors, and we're going to put dielectric grease in them, terminate them, put the headlights in, power everything up, make sure the directionals, everything is good, and it is grounded there. Engine is ready to fire off. Transmission's full of fluid. Engine's full of oil. Engine is primed. Engine is indexed. The only thing I'm doing is put some timing tape down below and make sure we are 11 before top dead center. That's what Edelbrock wants for their setups. We have plenty of fluid in the reservoir. Nice purple fluid, .5. Belts are all in, hoses in, everything's good here. Fenders are off right now because we're doing so much work around here. We want to just make sure we're good. The doors got put on, the doors got painted. And they're pretty pearl white. And then we put the seat in here, and we wanted to mock it up and everything. Everything else in the interior is looking really good. The dash, everything's good here. We're going to put the horn into here, and then we're going to tighten the steering wheel down, finish this out, seal the column base up really good. Lee put the carpeting in, and we're going to finish the carpeting under the seat. This is only in here temporary because it's got to go to the upholstery shop. We're going to be putting an indent in here. We're going to groove the seat padding here, so it's going to groove down a little bit, so when you sit in it's going to be really comfortable and it's going to kind of hold you. These seats from 1953, so it's the original seat. It didn't have anything, just sat in it. Well, you sit really tall in here. So we're going to just bring it down a little bit, make it a little more comfy, and take a little bit of padding out of here and just bring it back a little bit so it's a little more relaxed. And then we're going to put the seat belts in the rest of the way. We're going to anchor them to the floor and then run them through here and make sure all that works. So that is where we're at with the 53.
We had the seat bracket fixed.
Yeah.
For USB ports on it.
Yeah, stick the USB stuff under the seat. We don't have a console on that one like we did with Hank's truck, but it's coming out pretty good. Have some B footage on that. The status of Eleanor. She's going home next month. Is it next month? No, she's going home in January. That's what's going on. The reason why she's not being picked up and going home to Glenn, number one, Glenn doesn't have an area to put her safely. Two, we're not in a hurry to do anything on her because we're really painted. What we need to do is just minor adjustments on the doors, which is just take your time and get in the groove to do it so you don't trade paint. And then we can put the hood on. The hood just goes on at this point. There's really no adjustments with that. The deck lid's a little quirky, but the deck lid's on. So that's what's going on with Eleanor. Anything you need to add?
Well, I was not too sure about the hood, if it's a hood or a trunk, but
yeah,
that's going to be a two-person job at least.
Everything on this going forward with panels, like Kevin's talking about,
it's going to take two people.
It's
one person.
It's a two-person job
on each side of the car. Really make sure we don't.
Yeah, the one thing you don't want to do, we'll be blanketing and taping everything up as we go. That's why I have like little tape on the sides of the doors so they don't swing open or anything like that. She was over in the other building. We brought her back because that other building is now occupied. So she's over in our high bay temporary. She's going to go over in the flat. We're going to be doing a car rotation very soon here. We're just a tiny little shop and we're space limited, so we try to keep her out of an work environment. So don't want nothing to happen when we have a completed car. Usually when cars get completed like this, we work stoppage everything else, and then we kind of like, finish this out and get her home. Well, we can't because there's no way to trailer her back up to Pensacola. But we do have a gentleman that is bringing a 71 Roadrunner, and that will be the switch out car. So you get to see all that coming up early next year. Merchandise.
Looks like, well, we're going to get some new hats in. Looks like we're going to go camo and navy. And then I think we're going to order up some shirts, and maybe we'll give a few away just to kind of get you guys sparked up a little bit on what we're doing.
Yeah, I have ruined the channel in terms of footage delay and taking footage on stuff. That's my fault. I'll take the blame for it. I've just been so busy doing nitpicky stuff. I don't know how much people even want to be bothered watching something like that. It just seems boring. So that's kind of like a little bits of here and there that have been lost. I wanted to basically do a lot more updates than I have been. We got a lot of engine assembly done. We have all the electrical done on Deuce's. The keys over starts. Now we just got to move it. The GTO is at a point where we got to put the convertible top on it, and we have to run that car in too. That car's all ready to go. So the Challenger. Give us some updates on the Challenger.
Well, at this point, it looks like we're about ready to just start finishing out the body work on it and get the bottom of it painted. And then I think we're moving it out of the paint shop, bringing it back over, and we're going to move Deuce's in to start painting it.
Yeah,
and then
body and paint.
That's when it starts getting real serious, because once we get Deuce's painted, well, Earl's painting, I'm going to probably do the floor for the bed, get that stained, and
the wood and the bed and the floor and stuff.
Varnish it, and we're going to figure out a way to treat the bottom of the wood so that moisture in that, when you're out on the road, doesn't affect the finish on the top.
Yeah.
If you've ever had an old truck like these that have the wood floors, if you drive them a lot in the weather, everything getting kicked up on the bottom, you start seeing water damage on the wood, or it starts staining the wood, and we're going to try and figure something out to keep that from happening.
Yeah, it's something that the owner, Deuce, got for us. He got us that Minwax stuff. So he's got the stain, but we want to preserve the wood. Plus, the way the wood is cut into the bed on these step sides, it's going to enter into the wheelhouse area a little bit, so it needs to be protected, because the other wood that was originally in the truck when we got it in wasn't even cut into the tub. So the wheel tub's here, and then the wood's right there, and it was just catching all kinds of stuff, and it was just a mess. But we got through all that, but like Kevin says, we want to protect everything. So that's where that truck is in terms of status. We really wanted 3 done this year. We got 1 done, and we're going to have Deuce's done as soon as we can. We're going to knock that one through. The Challenger's been really good as an intermediate build for us here, because what we have going on is we have Ray with us, and Ray's been steadfast on that thing, hammered down on it, so we've gotten huge amounts of progress. However, respecting Ray, I don't want to be on the camera, so we get to show you the pictures of what he's done in the aftermath.
Well, the other good thing about the Challenger is we're not building it from the ground up either.
No, it's not a ground up. It's not a frame up.
I mean, we're taking care of all the body work and all the parts that go with it, getting everything restored. And the owner wants to put it all together himself.
Yeah, that's a huge plus. When we build them in shop here, the problem is liability of parts and part failures. So what happens is we put something together, we do everything nice and detailed, and then we have something always crop up, just little micro inequities along the way with building a vehicle. This part failed, that part failed. It's like Hank's truck last go around. We went through 5 alternators. We had parts that rattled loose because they need to be tightened. Hank, he's a NASCAR driver, so just to let you know, we had to bring it in for service and do a little tightening of everything.
Yeah, if we if we can give you a little advice on cars, when you build a fairly radical, basically a street rod like these trucks are, they're going to vibrate a lot. They're like an old Harley.
Yeah.
You got to go through and nut and bolt them. You know, Loctite will be your friend with a car like these or pickup trucks like these. So don't be afraid to get in there and snug up nuts and bolts and screws everywhere.
It's a good thing when we do frame up, the customer gets the vehicle, and it's good for them to actually get to know their vehicle. We know the vehicle inside out, however, they don't. So when they get it, it's nice to just go in there and tweak and tighten and stuff. Same thing what Glenn will be showing you guys in his videos on his channel going forward on Eleanor, as he tweaks and works and puts things together, and probably hates me for what I did because it's going to put him through the ringer. She's a fighter.
Well,
But anyway, that's the way they go, man. They get you to the finish line, and you gotta bust through all the nooks and crannies and get everything. You don't want to trade any paint. You just want to make sure it works.
well, in this one's defense, there's several cars involved in this one, so.
Yeah. This one was a heck of a build. For us, though, like I said, what's going on? Well, especially with Eleanor, so we're basically done. We're not going to be doing much more other than just putting it all together. Now, the fenders, we're going to take off for transportation. So when you see the hood and the deck lid and the doors all lined up and everything, and the fenders are all magically gone, we're going to wrap them up for shipping. This is going to stay on the crate it's on right now, and we're going to wrap it up to the crate because we don't want it shifting in the car trailer. It's got 550 miles to go. So we want nothing to happen. Plus, the reason why the fenders are coming off and they're going to be wrapped up in their own little cocoon is because the cart that it's on, the cart will actually, if it shifts, it'll break the fiberglass. And these things are kind of delicate. So we want nothing to happen to them. So they're going to come off. It's really easy to put them on. You just put the bolts in and snug them down with a nut driver and a gasket, and your life goes on. So that's all that is. So I wanted to let you all know what was up with that. I think that's pretty close to about it for a little bit of Q&A, other than we had some downtime with footage, and that's on me, guys. That's all on me. I killed the channel. So just very busy doing all the little things on Deuce's truck, the GTO, the Challenger. The Hemi project is moving along, and we have an LS project video that's got to get put up too. I got that one from start to finish.
Well, we had to service the shop truck too.
Sure, service the shop truck. Just everything hits, and it's just a matter of me getting this camera footage and then processing it and doing editing and stuff. So, but been quite busy.
And the Duster, we've been working on that.
Yeah, we've been
Getting
on
it.
it. Yeah.
Got to get the hood scoop squared away.
That's a nightmare. Man, I hate that hood scoop.
I watch Earl working on this, and I look at the parts when they come in, and one side's lower than the other, and there's a warp in it. And these are new pieces. So, but that's just the reality of the deal.
We get new parts in. They're supposed to fit these cars. They don't, and it's chewing hours. It's 3 days full work, fiberglass working, a nightmare. And I hate fiberglass work, and it seems like I never can get myself out of doing fiberglass work. It's like glass work. Yeah, I do glass. Yeah, I wire the vehicle. Yeah, I do a transmission. Yeah, I do that. So fiberglass is itchy stuff. I hate doing it. We did it on Eleanor, and now I'm doing it on the Duster, and we're doing that Hemi hood scoop on a 74, and it's been nothing short of an absolute nightmare. It's to the point of where I just want to walk away from it because it just doesn't work. Some things just don't go, and then all of a sudden they work. So, but that thing's got to handle 150 plus miles an hour going to the quarter mile. That hood's got to hold. So that's why I'm trying to be very careful. And we're constantly using the gel for the fiberglass, and we're not doing any of the other work like fiber tech. We're not fiber teching it; it'll crack and bust off of it. So we got to gel coat that sucker real good with fiberglass matting every time we do an altercation on it.
Well, you want the scoop to be steady too. You don't want it.
It's going to take the hood
fluttering around,
rip it off the car because it's a big scoop. So, but it has to.
I don't think that much air is going to get past that motor.
No. So, another thing, everybody, as we're going along, Mad Max is supposed to be over here. We're on a delay a little bit. But the car's supposed to be coming over here. When we do a car shuffle here, when Eleanor goes over to the flat, we're going to bring the Max car over because we do have the 351 Cleveland painted and ready to go in, and we got parts coming down in the next couple weeks. The owner is going to be bringing us some parts. Beautiful. So that'll be nice. And we do have to get that car in here before Thanksgiving because we got to take all the goodies off of that and give them back to Chris Flock, and he was the previous owner of the Mad Max car.
Well, and we get started on that. Once we get the bottom done, we can actually assemble the motor and the tranny and all that together and get it in the car.
It needs to go, and we need to get that keyed over.
Get some of the parts that are laying around inside of the vehicle. So
yeah. So that project is happening. A lot has been happening behind the scenes again, like I say, everybody, and it's my fault because I have not produced a lot of videos lately. So, but I do want to give you a status update and Q&A of what's going on here, and I just wanted to jot down some notes because we do read all your comments, everybody, and I've been asked, even on my business page, hey, what's going on with merch? So we're going to try and, Kevin's going to do what he's been doing, get us merch, and then like we had a contest recently, sent a couple hats out and stuff to people. People that stop in, if you want a hat, you're more than welcome to it. But we want to do merchandise, so that's on our list. Especially for me, I need shirts. I got to get shirts, and we need to sell shirts.
You look a little tattered.
Oh, I'm always tattered because like Glenn gave me a nice VW shirt, and I never wear it in here because I'm always into something, and we just wear the junkiest shirts. Yeah, there you go.
A little stained.
Yeah, yeah.
That's not food.
The booger holder, yeah, the booger holder.
Yeah.
So
well, it's usually from sweating and that.
Yeah, the collar takes the beating. Oh yeah, especially here.
But hey.
Oh man. Well, everybody, thank you very much for your time. I wanted to just get this out to you all, this so you know what's going on here in this little tiny shop called Classic Car Creations. Kevin.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody, and we'll see you here after Thanksgiving.
Yes, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving, but for us, we're going to be sending a lot more videos out, so you'll see a lot more updates as we go. I'm going to try and do 2 a week here on this channel and get us back into the groove so everybody can see what the heck is going on. Everyone, thanks for your time. We appreciate it. We'll see you very soon in the next video. Take care, everyone.
Bye.